So I installed the oil pump. I decided to put the drive gear back on the oil pump and leave it in there. And you can see around it I have a bunch of lithium soap-based grease to lubricate the drive wheel. The white plastic ring in the center of the shot is the drive gear that turns the oil pump attached to the crankshaft. Behind it is a sear clip, and you see the series of notches. There's 4 of them around the drive gear. On the back side there's a dowel pin, and the dowel pin is what makes the wheel stay true with the crankshaft as it spins. Virtually it locks it to the crankshaft. In this slot here is the dowel pin, but you can't see it because this camera won't focus that tight, I don't believe. So anyway, the sequence is put the first sear clip, put the crankshaft oil seal retaining clip inside over the oil seal and tighten that to 9 Newton meters, the retainer clip. Then install 1 sear clip on the crankshaft. Then there's a hole drilled in the crankshaft for the dowel pin, and you push the dowel pin into the crankshaft hole. And then the next step is to slide this nylon white gear onto the crankshaft and line it up with one of your 4 choices or 4 options for the dowel pin. After that, 1 more sear clip. You can see it there on the crankshaft right here. That fits in a groove on the crankshaft and retains the gear from sliding in and out. So there's a sear clip on the inside, sear clip on the outside, the drive gear, and a dowel pin that holds the drive gear in sync with the crankshaft. That's how it goes. And here I'm going to show you a shot from my service manual. Let's see. Okay, in this shot, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a guy holding the retainer clip for the crankshaft oil seal. That goes on first. Next we install the sear clip, then the nylon gear, the sear clip, then the dowel pin. It's so tiny in the picture you can't even see it. Then the drive gear, then the other sear clip. And that's the point we're at now. So then the next step would be to install the oil pump. And I have a shot of the oil pump. Back a couple pages. Actually back many pages. Here we go. Here's a shot of the oil pump. Right there. And originally I said I was going to take the driven gear off the oil pump so that the oil pump didn't function, because it won't deliver enough oil for a 70cc. So I decided to put it back on and keep everything running smoothly and lubricated like it originally was. And what I'll probably do then is connect the output tube to the input tube so that the oil just goes in a circle and it just pumps around. Any oil that's inside the pump system. There won't be any new oil being delivered to the pump. Just whatever's stored inside that closed circuit of the system. So we're going to leave it all together like that. Why? I don't know. Just in case I come up with some kind of brilliant idea on how to make that pump work with a 70cc, it'd be nice to have an auto lube pump versus premix. So put it back in. So the next step is going to have to be to put the gasket in, put the stator in, and the coils, and the harness, and the flywheel. And on mine, which is a liquid cooled, there's the water pump goes on the outside of flywheel. So that'll be our next task. The drive gear, here's a picture of it. I don't know if I showed you that. Sear clip, dowel pin, drive gear for the oil pump, sear clip. Sear clip, dowel pin, drive gear, sear clip. And that's the way it sits right now. Sear clip, dowel pin, drive gear, white, sear clip. Okay, so it's ready for the gasket and the stator plate and the coils and all that good stuff and the flywheel. Alright, and then we gotta, before the flywheel though, we're gonna do ignition timing. That'll be coming up.